Wait, what are we talking about?
Firefly Reboot.
Oh, Firefly. Yeah, the timing of this is weird.
I know. We just made a doc about it. Of course, they're gonna make a reboot thing with more information. Anyways, it's from We Got This Covered. A bunch of people talked about it, but this is the article that I saw first. It said Firefly reboot reportedly moving forward at Disney Plus. Now, before I read further, I want to stipulate something. Zero information is provided in this article.
Well, yeah, it's basically like somebody's just throwing it out there. It almost makes me wonder if. Anyways, go ahead and read it.
Yeah, this is actually a repost, basically, of the giant freaking robot.
Oh.
So let me read it, and we'll get that. If you've been watching the show, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Firefly is possibly the most famous example of a TV show that was canceled too soon, with the cult favorite sci-fi series from Buffy and Vampire Slayers, Joss Whedon, back when he was in his prime, being pulled by Fox just after 13 episodes in 2003. A movie, Serenity, managed to provide some closure. You know what? We get into this in the history, so let me just fast forward real quick, okay? Now that referring to the Mouse House, referring to Disney, now that they own the property, is lining Firefly up as the next franchise to get a Disney Plus reboot. Reboot is the operative word here, though, as it doesn't look like a plan to follow the original crew led by Nathan Fillion. Giant Freaking Robot first broke this story back in December, and tipster Daniel Richmond has now provided more info on the revival. So, I know, you were like, wait a minute, are they just going to talk about the same story they just talked about? No. Because Daniel Richmond has now provided more info on the revival. And before, I don't want to get your hopes up here. But
oh, no.
What?
Okay, so just family, I just want to say this right now. So we did get a few weird complaints that Giant Freaking Robot, which actually they're the ones who said Stargate wanted Kurt Russell back. That was the story you're talking about that we did for Giant Freaking Robot.
Right.
So
right.
what we were told was, and this is true, is you have to basically become their Patreon to get more information. So they're selling their information. So this Daniel Reitman, you can join his Patreon you can join it, unlock it to learn what his scoop is. And apparently 1,500 people have already done it.
And apparently We Got This Covered didn't care and just put the information on the article.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. So what I'm saying is I don't know how legit this. I would take all this with a big old grain of salt.
Oh yeah, I know. Take the largest grain of salt you have and just furiously lick that while we're reading this, because you'll see that the information that he provides doesn't actually seem to offer any information. So I'm gonna read it. You'll see right now.
Okay.
And then Shane, I want to hear your most deepest of criticisms. I'm gonna be clear about that. According to him, referring to Daniel Rickman, the Firefly reboot is still going ahead. It'll be a streaming exclusive, and unsurprisingly, Joss Whedon will not be involved. Presumably, I can't talk. He'll legally warrant some kind of creator or executive producer credit, but it's no surprise that Disney wouldn't want to collaborate with him following his workplace harassment scandal that previously saw him lose his position as showrunner of HBO Max's The Nevers. Clearly, this project is only in the early stages of development. Okay. Clearly, this project is only in the early stages of development. You mean none? 0 stages of development?
Well, yeah, I mean...
As there is no news yet on the creatives that will be involved in the reboot. When it first reported, fans mostly reacted negatively. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. So, here's the deal. Do we think there's a plan to reboot Firefly at Disney Plus? Yeah.
Do we? I mean, well, no. Sure. Is it on their big board? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's on their big board.
Right.
I think they have a giant whiteboard of properties they now own because they bought Fox and Lucas Arts and all that.
Yeah. What
And
can
they're
we do with what properties? Yeah.
Right. And I think on that giant board, there is and the word Firefly TV series is probably there. There's probably a board. Along with a bunch of other things that Fox owns or owned. Probably X-Men and some mutant thing and, a bunch of other stuff. Probably even reboots of like MASH and who knows. But is it like happening right now? Is there contracts? Is there someone involved with the process of setting up storyboards or hiring producers? I don't think so.
I mean, we honestly have no clue. I mean, we don't know what's happening. All we know is that if you want to know what Daniel Reitman knows, then you have to pay to join his Patreon to learn. So what I'll tell you about that is whatever we learn, we just tell you guys. And maybe he's smarter than us. Maybe he knows better than we do. I don't know. Maybe this is the way to go. Hide your information and then but here's the thing is this is the only source it's coming from. Right?
I think we should become a Patreon live on the show right now and find out what the information is.
I just don't want to give him any money.
Here we go. I'm doing it.
All right, do it. Why not? Do it.
I'm doing it.
Here you go, Daniel. This is a couple extra bucks for you.
Yeah, we're doing it, bro. We're gonna find out what that scoop.
What is it? How much does it cost to be his thing?
Here we go. I'm becoming a Patreon.
Hey, it's only $2 per month for the basic.
Yeah, basic.
Wait, look at the tier access. Make sure you can get enough.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
access plus yearly access to videos.
All right, cool. I got it. I'm in for $2.
All right, what did we learn?
Let's find out.
It's a post, apparently.
It's a post.
What did we get?
I don't know, man.
For $2, did we find out the truth?
Looks like Titans will have its own version of Joker, and he will kill Jason.
Wait, does he say who his source is, or is he like just imagining this stuff?
Yeah, it looks like rumors. Some more rumors. We'll keep updating this leg. I think it's in page. So keep following. There used to be a lot more rumors in here, but I had to remove a lot of them as the post was getting too long in length and taking too long to load.
What? It's text. What?
Doctor Strange will change MCU forever.
Okay. I mean, I think that's possible, but can he explain why he believes that and also where he's getting his information from? Or does he give any sources or anything or anything?
The Rock wants to make a Rampage trilogy.
Okay, come on, dog. Really?
Gina Carano was disappointed.
He just types these things out, doesn't he?
What is the beeping? Where's that beeping coming from?
It's not over here.
What?
We can do this too. I don't have any beeping over here. Can you hear me?
It's you. You're beeping.
I'm telling you, with my own ears, there is nothing beeping over here.
There's beeping on my... I don't know why. There's beeping. Hold up, bro.
Maybe your battery time.
Oh, okay. I figured it out.
What was it?
It was my timer.
Oh, is it a timer? So when we get to a certain time, we know, like, we talk for like a long enough, and then you're like, "What you beeping, man?" Oh, this is great.
Okay, all right. Back to this.
We look stupider than he does.
I know. Wait a minute. So here's a scoop. Gina Carano was disappointed in her Mondo co-stars for not supporting her after firing.
Duh.
Wait. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean,
that's a
here's
scoop,
the thing.
bro.
We could write this stuff down. William Shatner in the new Star Trek movie rumored. I mean, where did you can't just say these things?
Oh, wait, I love this. Affleck loved Snyder Cut and is now considering return to Batman. I like how none of these are like committal too. Henry Cavill wants to play a Disney prince.
Okay? Oh Lord.
No way to confirm or deny that.
Can we get our $2 back?
Henry Cavill was returning for the... We already know this. This is not a scoop. It's not... Okay.
What is it?
Henry Cavill's claim is going to be returning for the Man from Uncle 2.
Listen,
we don't even know if Man from Uncle 2 is actually going to happen.
yeah, I just want to be clear, about Daniel Reitman here. He's all over this news story, his name. So that's why we're using his name. We don't want to say anything bad about you, Daniel.
There's so much in here. Where's the Firefly?
But here's the deal, Brian. Here's the deal. We don't respect this. I'm just going to say that. I don't respect you putting this behind here and then not having, unless you've got some sources. Why should anybody trust what this guy's saying?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Here's the scoop I just paid for. Firefly Reboot still happening on Disney Plus, but not with Whedon.
Okay.
The F did I just pay for?
Okay, well, hold on a second here. This story came from We Got This Covered.
Right.
Which is written by Christian Bone. So, Christian, this is what I will ask you. At the bottom, you have your source as Daniel Reitman. Let me ask you a question, Daniel. Christian, who's Daniel Reitman?
Yeah.
So why is he a source? Because I could just go outside and get my neighbor. His name's Paul. And I could just be like, hey, Paul Wilson just told me that
Paul Wilson.
George Lucas is coming back to direct the next Star Wars movie.
Bro, I'm going to start making my source my 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Why not? You just use her name. Nobody knows who she is anyway. Give her a Patreon. Maybe
Ellie Victoria is the source.
Yeah.
She said that Nathan Fillion wants to make a Roblox movie.
It wasn't we didn't actually do this to clown on anybody, but I'm just so disgusted by this whole thing.
Yeah, originally we were just going to read it in real time, but now we're like, well, what the hell?
This is just weird. And then you know what's really terrible is there's like 21 comments on this article of people basically saying no, basically treating it like it's the truth, and it's not. So, or at least if it's the truth, there's no reason for us to believe it. So
yeah, I gotta say, guys, here's the comments.
Don't believe whatever you read, guys.
Yeah, stop believing everything that you see on YouTube.
We're all just a bunch of idiots on YouTube, man. Just don't believe what we say.
Look,
get your own facts.
Look, that's why when we make videos, we're very clear when it's real information versus our opinion or theory or paradox or whatever. When we make a doc, we're very clear as to what is real and what we're assuming. There's a lot of people on YouTube that just sort of make up fake headlines with fake thumbnails and just garner a lot of views. And a lot of people just don't seem to understand that none of it's real. Like, it's all just like the definition of straw man. It's not real.
Well, and it's becoming more difficult to trust anything because everybody just kind of goes, yeah, I don't know if I can believe it or not, and they move on, and it's just kind of the credibility is being hurt. I get people want to make money, clicks, right? I think I railed on somebody on Twitter for posting a story about something where they basically just said these people on Twitter are angry. So Netflix, it was a Netflix thing. Netflix is in trouble because people are going to mass subscribers leaving Netflix is what the headline said.
Right.
And then I read the article thinking, oh my God, what happened? Right. And it was like a small little group of people on Twitter mad because of some show that they're going to have. And they said in Twitter, I'm dropping my subscription, bro. And I'm like, oh, so that's like 4 or 5 people said they're dropping their subscription, and they wrote this big article about how Netflix is in trouble. And listen, you know what makes it terrible? Yahoo News picked up the story from this website and ran it.
I know.
This dude who wrote it's got a blue check mark on Twitter, man. Come on.
Reason for cancellation. None of this is real.
It's just, I know that everybody's like the whole word fake news and stuff, but really, like, it's really just, most of it's fake.
Legitimately fake news, man. It's just the thing about, like, recently, the thing with Joe Rogan, we're getting off topic here, but Joe Rogan was like, people giving him a hard time on Twitter about saying something about vaccinations. Who cares, right? Who cares? But this is what drove me nuts. You're talking about a tiny percentage of a tiny percentage. Twitter is a tiny percentage of social media. They have like 3% of all the social media. And then there's a small percentage of that small percentage that are pissed off at Joe Rogan and saying they're going to cancel their Spotify subscriptions. Guess what, guys? You know why Spotify sided with Joe Rogan? Because they ran the numbers and they saw that it's 3% of 3%, and who cares?
Right. Yeah. That's the reality is, people have large megaphones, and if they have access on the internet, they can make it seem a lot bigger and difficult and troublesome than it is. But
yeah.
So anyways,
that's how I got the tint on my wife's car fixed, bro. I showed him our YouTube channel and I was like, listen, I will mess you up.
Mel's muffler from down the street. Don't go there. You guys have no idea where Mel's muffler is. Anyway.
All right, moving on.
Move it along. Don't believe everything you told people.
Thanks for watching. To see the full conversation, become a member of the Popcast family. Use the link in the description below or go to our channel and click the join button. Select your tier and we'll see you at the next show.